How's it going, PogChamps? Now, welcome to the show where I look like a complete idiot. Now, back at it again. Let's see why I am absolutely so freaking stupid. Alright, so Hanakai Star Rail. You know that game that I was talking about last episode whenever you tuned in? Well, October 5th, they released a Twitter. They made a Twitter and they're having signups for their closed beta on October 8th. So yeah, if I would have just waited about a few hours, I would have seen this and would be able to actually cover this in my video. But since I didn't, it's pointless. That video is basically pointless because now we're actually getting coverage about it. And I didn't have to just say that it exists. So they're making a new game. You can sign up for the beta October 8th. Their official Twitter is called Hanakai Star Rail. Just type in the name for it and it'll pop up. You'll be welcomed by this, and they also have links to their other YouTube and all that. There's nothing on these. All they've posted is that they're gonna have a sign up for the closed beta, and that's it. So hopefully that's hype. Hopefully this comes to PC because I don't want to use BlueStacks to run this. But into today's actual video that we're going to be talking about, it's Mihoyo listens not really to fans. Now let's get into this development letter. Alright, baby, let's see what we got here. I've read over a little bit, but let's just see what they've got for us today. Okay, so the first question is there any way to obtain gadgets from events that I've missed? I regret missing out. And the answer is, for travelers who have missed out, don't worry. In version 2.2, travelers can use Mora to purchase the Wind Bloom Festival commemorative balloon, Windsong Lyre, and Wind Blessed Harpstem gadgets from Majori's store in Mondstadt. I legit feel like they've already posted this before. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like they have posted this exact thing, that they would release all these items available for Mora back right after the Lyre went away. Like in the patch notes after that, they said they were gonna make it purchasable by Mora, and we're getting that like what, 6 months later? We're finally being able to do that. How many people do they have working on this game? It feels like they have a few people working on this and they haven't increased their staff in order to... Shut up, Ori, I'm talking. Ori, come here. You'll be in the show with us. I feel like they haven't really increase their staff after seeing how popular the game is. You know, you'd think after they make a bunch of money they'd increase staff to be able to accommodate for the demand, the supply and demand type of thing, but I guess they just don't care. Anyway, let's not get into sadness, let's get into happiness, because Zhongli's shield would sometimes overlap with Ganyu's crosshair, making it difficult for mobile users to aim. Alright, okay. In version 2.2, we have also worked to optimize this. We will reduce the opacity of some effect that will obstruct the crosshair when bow characters switch to aiming mode. How about whenever the arrow actually doesn't go where you're aiming? I have to aim slightly to the right of everything I shoot at because the arrow flies right past them. But at least we can see where it's not gonna hit now. Yay! Controller for PS5 don't work very well on PC. When will support be added? In version 2.2, PCs will now support DualSense PS5 controller. Wireless controllers, travelers can experience the immersive haptic feedback and dynamic adaptive trigger function on the DualSense wireless controller. That's actually really cool. I really want more games on PC to be able to use that haptic feedback and DualSense with the PS5. Just because there's a lot of people who don't own PlayStation 5, so that they'll never be able to experience it unless more people do that. So this is actually really cool. I like that. Inazuma's transport commissions take too long. In version 2.2, we will increase the HP and movement speed of the transport goods so that the travelers will be able to complete the quest faster. That's exciting because it's not just Inazuma's transport missions, just all transport missions are just long compared to some of the other dailies that we have. Raiden Shogun's elemental skill, Chakra Desiratata, is too bright if you look at it for too long. Okay. In comparison to version 2.1 and version 2.2, we optimized Raiden Shogun's Chakra Desiratata by reducing its brightness in various lighting environments. Cool. I'm sure that was a top button issue. Is it possible to add photos as wall furnishings for the serinitea pot? Photo frame. Furnishings are currently under development. In future versions, there will be new interior furnishings that can display the Hangout memories of Hangout events. The travelers can select Hangout memories according to their preference to display in their realms. In addition, the developers have already taken note for the request for furnishings that play music and record in the feedback collection. So, we're asking these questions. Who were so hyped up? I feel like the freaking developers are like, okay, all right, group meeting, what are we delivering in this patch? And if we are delivering it in this patch, then we have to make an arbitrary question asking about it as if it is a hot button issue so that people who are playing is excited for it. So let's pretend like we are let's pretend like we're interviewing ourselves and just ask all the questions that we've already fixed. Because all of these are stuff that they're like, yeah, we already finished it. It's done. Done here. Job's done. Like, who cares about this? Like, it's cool, but it's more of something that you wouldn't ask a question for. It's more of something you'd see in patch notes, or you would see in maybe one of their teaser trailers for the next season. I say season like it's Destiny, for the next patch, like the live stream. Maybe you'd have them talk about it for a second in the live stream. Why do you ask a question about it like it's so important? People are wondering, oh my god, when are they gonna add pictures to the serinitea pot? I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Could we see the lineup of enemies when we are forming our party in the Spiral Abyss? It is very difficult to remember the enemy lineup when forming my party. This is an actual question that they should have addressed sooner, and I love it. They should have done this a lot sooner, but let's just be happy that it's in the game. The development team has noted this. The development team will be optimized the display of enemy information of the Spiral Abyss in subsequent versions. When the Spiral Abyss is changing floors, you can view the enemy information. Oh, so they haven't done it yet. Well, that's depressing. Optimize the display of enemy information in subsequent versions. Does that mean they're changing the version of the Spiral Abyss? It probably just means that, like, versions, by versions they mean like how it changes every week. That's like a different version. They're probably not changing the Spiral Abyss at all, like any crazy thing. Like don't get your hopes up. Is it possible to restore my default team after exiting co-op mode? I have to do it manually every time. That's kind of nice. I wouldn't really ask that question, but that's really nice. The development team is working on it in another future version thing. Wow, they're not adding anything in 2.2, huh, guys? When travelers switch from co-op mode back to single player mode, their default party will be restored. Additionally, in future versions, when a team leaves the party in co-op mode, said teammates' characters will be replaced by a character from the default party before entering co-op mode. For example, before entering co-op mode, travelers had characters A, B, C, and D on their party. In co-op mode, 4 friends come together and play. The traveler becomes a host and controls character A. If one of the team members in group leaves, the character B will then take the vacancy of the team. That's nice. I don't know what they had set up before where it was always a level 1 character that would, like, my lowest level character would spawn in and take their place for some reason, but that's nice. In version 2.2, we're also fixing an issue in single player mode whereby the duration of the cooldown of opponent skills would not stop after the game was paused. Oh my god, that's amazing. Guys, I'm not sure if you understand this, but finally, the hot button issue that we've all been wondering when they would fix, it's finally in the game. Holy shit, we're finally getting it. Our cooldowns will pause whenever we pause the game. Wow. I'm so glad they added they have so many people working on this part. This is the most, this is the stupidest thing for them to spend their time on. Not like, why? Who was abusing Spiral Abyss by spamming their abilities like that? What? Like, why? Why does this exist? Why did they spend manpower to fix this? This shouldn't even be in patch notes. It should just be like, oh wow, they fixed it, okay. But no, they had to clarify because of how important of a fix it was. Oh, it's like, it feels like they're just patting themselves on the back for doing the bare minimum. Okay. After the fix, some enemies will no longer be able to switch to another skill as quickly when the traveler pauses the game. Wow. Oh no. For example, when facing the Primo Geovishap, it will no longer be able to use the time the game is paused to execute its primordial what? For example, when facing Primo Geovishap, it will no longer be able to use the time the game is paused to execute its primordial shower skill multiple times in a short amount of time. Another example would be when facing, okay, so these fix like enemy interactions too whenever the game's paused. That's kind of nice, but I wouldn't see it, I wouldn't care about it in this. Like, this feels like this is the section where you would have really interesting questions, but it's always just mini patch notes. These are literally just mini patch notes. To use the time the game is paused to execute whatever. Pause the game skill to deal high amounts of damage. Oh wait, in this case, enemies will not be able to take advantage of the pause to use skills that deal high amounts of damage. Similarly, after the update, some enemies with different attack phases will not be able to change phases quickly just because the skill duration cannot be paused. For example, before the update, when facing the Oceanid, travelers paused the game. The pause did not affect the Oceanid skills, so when the game was resumed, the Oceanid could enter in the next phase of attack quickly. After the fix, similar issues will no longer occur. Okay. I'm just so confused why. Like, let's see what other people type. Please add the features to toggle constellations. Still, everyone's ignoring them. Yeah, it's Bennett C6 Haver. Please, Bennett C6. No real end-game content. And then, this is what I don't like. No hate on this person, but I don't like. Where's his reply? It's not. It's broken? It broke? Refreshing the page. I read this reply before. Like I said before, I skimmed through it. I didn't really read it. What is happening? What? I have internet. What? Alright, let's try opening it again from Genshin. What? Did they take it down? What? What the heck? Why'd they take it down? Okay, so they took it down. No, I guess the whole site's down. I have internet, or I wouldn't be able to be on this. I wouldn't be able to be on Twitter. Oh wait, let's not go there. Let's not go there. It's gonna show some freaky stuff. I love Enviosity. He's funny. I love a lot of the Genshin people. They're all funny. But I guess that's it, because I literally can't even get into the page because it's down. It's all down. But that's my thoughts on it. This patch notes, the 2.2 is going to be hella boring. Yeah, that's exciting to look forward to, guys. That's 2.2 is going to be boring. They're still super out of touch with the community and have still only released community feedback that for useless stuff that no one actually asked questions about. They just had their own people asking questions about. There's no thoughts or even comments on what they're planning for late game. Nothing. They ignore community feedback. There's a feedback tab that they request people to do in Genshin Impact. I bet I can find one too. Let's go here to mail. And we're gonna go down a little bit. It should be like gold. No. I guess not. They normally have, like, you know, one of those things where it's, oh, please leave your feedback of what you would like changed about Genshin or what you would like fixed. And it's a whole survey, and you fill out the survey, and then you turn in the survey, and then they have just a printer that whenever it prints the results of everyone's survey, and then it drops directly into a shredder, and then that shredder has another miniature shredder inside of that that shreds up the pieces even further. So if anyone actually tries going into it, they would just be met with nothing. And that's what it has been feeling like for over a year. And I'd wish that that they would actually listen and it wouldn't just be me just shitting on the game, because I want this. I mean, every content creator wants this game to succeed because it means that their channel succeeds. They don't have to change games or experiment or anything. They want to enjoy the game that they started spending even more time on to make content for. It's that simple. But thank you guys for watching. Please, I'm done rambling. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Johnny.